Hi again. Thanks for coming back for another stress-busting session here at Alive and Kicking. I'm really pleased to know that you're taking time to experiment for yourself and find out what's going to work best for you for stress relief. It's such an important thing for us. Life these days becoming so much more stressful, and it's so important for us to take great care of ourselves and make sure that we can take great care of others. But first, we have to make sure that our stress levels are coming down. So in this session, the technique that I'd like to share with you is the vacuum or the sweeper, the thought vacuum, the thought sweeper. So I have here with me today my handy dandy trusty Dyson vacuum, and I'm going to take the nozzle off of the top of it. And because I'm a little bit of a science fiction freak as well, I like to imagine that somewhere on the side of my head I've got this little thing that the vacuum can hook up to. And every time I have a thought, the vacuum sucks that thought straight out, and I'm left with a nice blank empty mind for just a short period of time. So what I'd like to do, again, this is all about imagery. This is all about metaphor. So literally the thought of vacuuming or sweeping a thought out is a little bit strange. But sometimes these metaphors can be very powerful. Now, especially if you're in a quiet place, maybe you're trying to fall asleep, and these thoughts, just pervasive thoughts, blah, 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 ramble, really focusing on something that's bothering you, and it's keeping you from getting a good night's sleep. That's what we want to stop. So again, like some of the other sessions, it's about learning to control the thought patterns, learning to manage and sometimes manipulate the processes that are happening. The thought vacuum is a great one for that. So let's just imagine, there you are in bed, the thoughts are rambling, you're finding it hard to fall asleep. Imagine hooking up your vacuum, and let's start with a good process of just cleaning everything out. So give yourself a really good vacuum out. And we have empty space, just for a few seconds. Now what's going to happen then? Another thought creeps in. Breathe in, vacuum the thought out. Again, space for just a second or two. Now, what's likely to happen as this process goes on? You're using your breath as the vacuum, of course, not a real vacuum. And every time a thought creeps in, use an inhalation or even an exhalation, depending on where you are in your breathing cycle, and cause the thought to move. At first, you're going to be expending a lot of time breathing in and breathing out because the thoughts are pervasive. So allow the breath to be able to manage quite a few thoughts all at the same time and vacuum them out. What you will find is that the more you practice this, the more you stay with it, the longer the period of time before thoughts start to creep in again. So give it a shot. I've told you again and again, this takes time, effort, and practice. It's all about finding the right techniques that work for you. What I'm hoping is that this has started you on a journey of exploration for yourself. There are literally hundreds of different ways that you can go about doing this, and it's about experimenting. I really enjoy things that are fun and that my mind engages with in a happy way, as you can see with the thought vacuum. Happy thought vacuuming, happy stress busting, and I hope to see you again soon.